Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Coach Jason. Welcome back to the channel, and I hope you're doing well. Today, I want to break down a component of training, and that is how to increase mileage and how to do it gradually and just kind of diligently. I'm a firm believer in 20 plus years experience as a former competitor and a coach at the high school, college, and post-college level. I'm a firm believer in everything happening gradually, okay? Periodization, allowing the body a chance to adapt, okay? How do you do that? For if you're running a track club or if you're coaching high school or college. Well, number one, it really depends on the athletes that you're working with. Okay, some might be better off with lower mileage, some might be better at moderate, some might be better at high. It's completely up to you to kind of learn and find out about your athletes because that's going to be an individualized component to help them stay healthy, and it's very important. But in terms of increasing volume, it should be done on a gradual basis. So let's say you're at you're at 30 miles a week and you kind of want to build up to just say 40 over the course of the year. And you don't really have to just constantly increase every week or every couple of weeks. You need to make sure that your athletes can handle the volume and respond to it in training and in races before you increase. Okay, that's an important thing. That's an important component too, because it's also increasing intensity of training. Okay, and you could stay at 30, but then it gets harder over the period of time at 30. You don't want to increase volume and intensity at the same time. That's a recipe for getting sick, getting injured, potentially both, and you want to avoid that. So let's just say over a 15-week block, you're at 30, you want to get to 40. Well, an easy way to do it would be 5 weeks at 30, then bump it up. 5 weeks at 35. Bump it up, 5 weeks at 40. Keep in mind too, going from 30 to 35 is similar to staying at 30 and just going to a more intense 30. It's just a similar transition. It's going to get more aggressive and intense either way. It's just a different stimuli. Okay, but again, doing it on a gradual basis allows the body to adapt. Okay, and keep in mind too. Once you start incorporating these other things, once you start getting, a little bit more intensive training, you start throwing in races, there's no guarantee that increasing the volume is going to be the thing that you need, or is it going to help? So it's important to get to the point where you're incorporating the easy runs, the long runs, everything else, the workouts in there, and then you plug in races, see how people recover from it before you increase any volume. Sometimes people need to stay at 30 for a longer period of time, or 40, or 50. It doesn't matter, okay? Sometimes people, 3 weeks at 50 and then a drop down week at 42 or 43, okay, with a day off. Okay, it's still an average of about 7 miles a day with a day off, and that's the other thing, maintaining a similar average per day, even with a day off or without a day off, is an important thing too, to make sure that you're recovering appropriately, okay? But again, keep in mind, increasing mileage, and it also depends on, again, the events that you're training for. Most middle distance runners are moderate volume, maybe even low volume. You'll have some high volume folks too, but and then you'll see most distance runners, are on higher volume. But then you'll see every now and then real talented distance runners on very low mileage go to college, and once the mileage increases, there's a huge jump in improvement. Okay, it shows that there's a lot of room for improvement there. So, but again, keep in mind, okay, whether it's you, whether it's someone else, your athletes, building it gradually is very important. Allowing the body time to adapt is very important, okay? And that's also when you're dropping volume too, later on in the season when you want to kind of freshen the legs. If you're going up in increments of 5 weeks, you should go down in increments of 5 weeks too, okay? Not drop. If you go up like every weekend and down, there's a good chance that your legs are going to be out of rhythm, okay? And you're not going to be your sharpest or your freshest when you want to be. And we want to avoid that type of situation. So just keep these things in mind in terms of increasing volume. It's very, very important that you do it gradually, that you do it kind of methodically, to put yourself in a position, your athletes in a position to make the best decisions possible, okay? And that's the key. Do the right things over a period of time, and you'll be in a position to make adaptations, increases, stay healthy, and run your best. Okay, so short and sweet video today. I wanted to keep it that way. My next video, I'm going to talk about the long run itself and the importance of it and how you can kind of throw variety into it and what to kind of build around it as well. So don't miss that. So if you haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button. Let me know in the comments that you subscribe so I can thank you personally. I appreciate your support. And look out for each other, folks. Be safe, train smart, and I'll talk to you then.